All right, Devin, thank you very much. We are continuing right now to monitor that breaking news situation for you. We understand that the NOPD should be holding a news briefing for us any moment to discuss the latest details that they have from this breaking situation that happened along the parade route on St. Charles Avenue. Initial reports we are understanding from the NOPD are showing that we have reports of 4 victims, including a young girl, an adult woman, and 2 other unknown victims. You are taking a live look right there at the scene as we get ready for this press conference to be underway. We also have reporter Eli Brand there on the scene as we await these officers and their update. Eli, any updates from you right now?
Yeah, right now we're still waiting on the police to come over. They've been coming over here sporadically, talking to us, saying it should be happening any second. But I want to reiterate something you said. We still have those 4 victims, 1 adult woman, 1 girl. And actually, I do want to tell you, me and my photographer, Lamar, we got here as soon as this happened. We were given a tip very quickly. We were over near the ambulances. We do believe we saw that young girl being taken away on a stretcher. It was a very sad scene. It's been very tough to be around here this entire time. When we first got here, it was a lot more populated. I cannot imagine how packed it was been. It's been a very active, a very packed Mardi Gras weekend. This is the last weekend, obviously, as we know, before Lundi Gras, before Fat Tuesday. So this place has been absolutely packed. We were here for the super crew of Bacchus. St. Charles Avenue, always one of the meccas here for people coming down. So we've been hearing stories, like you heard a little earlier from that woman, of people just in droves hiding behind things, picking things up, running as fast as they can, running for their lives in a nightmare in a place where, when we were talking to people at other parades, they described it as parades are where they go to be able to decompress. Parades are where they go to be able to get away from their troubles. And it ended up going from them being able to get away from their troubles to being one of the scariest moments of their entire lives. It's a very tough situation here still. We're still waiting on police. You see them huddled here in front of you. They should be coming over here very shortly. We were given that 5-minute warning a while ago. That has passed, so clearly it's going to happen a little bit later than that. But we're still seeing a huge police presence here. I'm going to send it back to you, Elizabeth. I mean, this is just a tough scene to be a part of here.
It definitely is, Eli. And stay with us, though, because we do want to stay on top of this for you. As Eli mentioned, it is so scary and such a tough situation right there. You imagine that you're watching this parade and what is supposed to be such a fun time, and then you hear this and you see this, and of course it is so startling and so alarming. As Eli mentioned, I just want to walk you through some of the details that we have confirmed right now from the NOPD. Again, we are awaiting that press conference where we are expecting some more updates from police, but we did get an email about 30-40 minutes ago walking us through the very latest details that they have, and that is when they let us know that this was a confirmed shooting on St. Charles along the parade route. Again, as Eli and I have both mentioned, 4 victims, including a young girl, an adult woman, 2 other unknown victims right now. We see police are approaching the podium right now. Let's listen in.
Let me know when you're ready. All ready?
Yes.
All right. Tonight at approximately 9:30 p.m. at the 1600 block of Terpsichore, officers responded to shots fired in the area. We had officers quickly respond. They were able to make 1 apprehension. We found 2 guns on scene. But with those shots being fired, there were 5 victims. There was 3 males and 2 females. 4 of them were adults. 1 of them was a juvenile. The juvenile is in stable condition and is at UMC. With the help of our partners, we're quickly able to apprehend the subject that we believe to be responsible for this. And we had the sheriff's office, we have the Department of Corrections out here, as well as state troopers and our own officers. So with the quick apprehensions that they made, they were able to keep the rest of the public safe. With that said, this is really not something we wanted to see. We really wanted this to be a safe Mardi Gras, and we continue to work towards that end. However, we really want the public's help, and if there were other individuals involved, to please call Crime Stoppers at 822-1111. With that said, I'll open it to some questions.
Is there any danger to the public right now? Do you think that's gone?
I think we worked towards keeping the public safe, and I think we did a good job so far throughout Mardi Gras. Even during this tragic incident, they were able to respond quickly and work cooperatively. So that was a really, really good response for us. So yes, we hope it will be a safer Mardi Gras with them here as well.
You said that the juvenile is in stable condition at UMC. What about the other people?
We have, yes, there's one person in critical condition right now that we know of, and we hope to find out some news about that person. But the others are in stable condition.
Do you believe this was the only shooter, or are you unsure right now?
That's why we're going to keep investigating. It's just under investigation, so I can't say, and I wouldn't give you an accurate answer right now.
Can you tell us how it unfolded?
Exactly what we're saying. We don't know what happened prior to that, but we did hear gunshots, and our officers responded, as well as the other agencies, very quickly, and were able to find 2 weapons on scene and also apprehend what we believe to be a shooter. But whether he's the sole shooter or not, we will determine through investigation.
How many weapons did you find?
2.
Okay. Pistols?
Yes.
Can you speak to how fast the response was from NOPD once shots were fired and reported?
Very quickly, not just from us, but the other agencies. From the St. Charles and Terpsichore, about maybe a third of the block, they were able to apprehend the person, so very quickly.
Could you tell us how many agencies were involved? I know we have a lot of agencies from outside this jurisdiction helping in Mardi Gras. Did any of those help out?
Yeah, and I said before, we had our officers, NOPD, we had the OPSO Sheriff's Office out here, Department of Corrections was out here, as well as the State Police. So all of them played an integral part in capturing this person. As you can see, you can still see the state troopers, and they're out here too. So really, really great response. Anything else? All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, guys, so a few big updates going on there right now. We got an update there. Originally, we were told there were 4 victims. We now hear that there were 5. We got an update on some of them. We know one person is in critical condition. We got an update on that juvenile as well. They told us she is in stable condition. A lot going on here. We were told multiple law enforcement agencies responded, Department of Corrections, NOPD, State Police, a lot of people involved here in this situation. Obviously a very unraveling story going on here at St. Charles and Terpsichore at this crime scene. NOPD say they are still investigating. I did ask if there is a danger to the public, if they know if there were any other shooters. They did not say definitively that was the only shooter. They said they are still investigating that, and if anyone has any more information about this incident, they can call Crime Stoppers of Greater New Orleans. If you have any information, they ask that you do that. As we get more information here on the scene, as you can tell, unraveling from 4 victims, now 5, we'll bring it to you on air and on our website, WDSU.com. But for now, we're going to send it back to you over in the studio, Elizabeth.
All right, Eli, thank you for staying on top of this all evening on what is such a scary and unraveling situation. As you said, you saw behind Eli there, you saw the crime scene tape, the lights flashing, so it is clearly a very active, developing scene right now, and police will continue their investigation. Again, to reiterate and just to recap for you what we just learned right there in that NOPD briefing. Remember, initially we were told 4 victims at this scene. We did just learn in that briefing that there are 5, including 1 juvenile. Police did tell us that juvenile is stable at UMC. We learned there were 3 males, 2 females. We learned that 1 person is in critical condition that they know of. Police said the others were stable. Again, that is the latest there from NOPD from that briefing. We will continue to stay on top of this for you, and we will have the very latest updates for you on WDSU.com and on WDSU News tomorrow morning. Have a great night, everyone, and please stay safe.